Hey guys, welcome. Props we're gonna need today is a half deflated ball. If you don't have that, maybe grab for a book or even kind of a thick towel rolled up. Also option to not use a ball at all, so don't stress about it if you don't have one. And then we're gonna need, I am using a dish towel if you've got like a washcloth, just something to slide on, and that's gonna come in handy later on. Super excited about that. So you can go ahead and toss this to the side for now. We will use it later. Grab for your sad ball and then meet me lying down on your back. Once you're there, you're gonna right away lift your butt up. Take that sad ball underneath your butt to start. Flat part of your sacrum, so away from your low back so you're not overarching here. And then legs can go where they feel relaxed for you to start as you find your breath. I'm just gonna let my legs flop open here. Maybe close your eyes if that feels good. And just start to focus on that breath. Inhaling into your back ribs. And exhaling through your front ribs. Feeling that waist narrow in and belly button draw in towards your spine. Let's go for about 3 more big breaths here. Really allowing yourself to become heavy into the floor below you. Last 2. Starting to wake up the deepest layer of your abs. And then lower your hands to the front of your pelvis, making a diamond shape, thumbs to your belly button, 4 fingers to your pubic bone, and you start to add in those pelvic tilts. On your exhale, feel your low abs draw in, a little scoop and tuck of the pelvis towards you. And then inhale to release that, stick your tail out away. Exhale, low abs draw in, a little scoop. And then inhale to release. Naturally small range of motion, you're just warming up through those low abs, just wake them up here. Nothing crazy. Use your thumbs for feedback. 2 more. Last one. And then arms are gonna come next to you on the mat here. You're gonna right away float that right leg up to tabletop. Left leg comes up to meet it, taking a second to find your balance. Thigh bones are stacked directly over your hips. Back ribs anchor you down into the mat, and you're gonna find those same pelvic tilts. Exhaling, you tuck the pelvis towards you. Inhale, away from you. Exhale, low abs draw in. Inhale to release. So the hard part as you do this is to try not to allow those thighs to move closer towards your face. Instead, you've got this constant lift of energy from your knees towards the ceiling here. And at any point through this series, you can always take the challenge of finding your balance. So maybe arms to a hover, or maybe they reach towards the ceiling. Maybe one arm across your stomach, just find those abs a little more. After this last tilt, you're gonna find your neutral and hold here. Start to open your legs to the sides of the room. You're opening a book. Exhale, close those legs back in. You open, find inner thighs, low abs drawing in and up to bring those legs together. You've got about 5 more like this, take your time. Really take advantage to find your midline, find your center. Notice how those inner thighs, low abs, and pelvic floor are working together here. Bringing warmth through the center of your body. Last 2. Last 1. And then hug those knees toward your chest for a breath. You relax through the front of your hips just for a second here. We've got 1 more final series. Bringing those legs back up to tabletop. Adjust the ball if you need to. And you're gonna find a single leg stretch. Exhale to reach the right leg long in front. Inhale in. You switch. Exhale, left leg long. Inhale to bend. Belly button to spine controls the movement of the leg. Lower you reach, harder it is for the abs. But if at any point you are starting to feel your low back, instead, you just went a little too low, and adjust the height of that leg. We're gonna go for about 2 more sets to each side, and then we'll end with a nice double leg stretch. 1 more set. Still widening through those low abs as much as you can. Once you are even, you're gonna right away squeeze your legs together. Feel those inner thighs kicking on again. From there, double leg stretch. Reach both your legs long. Low abs pull in to bend those knees in. Exhale, low abs in, legs long. Inhale to bend. You've got 4 more. Squeeze those legs. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Keep those legs long, heels together, toes apart. Lower your legs an inch, lift an inch. Last challenge. Lower an inch, low abs pull into scoop for 5. Squeezing those heels, back ribs heavy, front ribs in. Last 2. Last 1. Hug those knees in, giving yourself another breath, little rock from side to side. Whew. That sad ball is giving you an instability challenge for your pelvis. So it's making those low abs just work a tad extra. We're gonna go ahead, take that ball out and plop it between your knees now, or inner thighs, for some bridges. Let's warm up that spine now. On your exhale, tuck that tail. Start to peel your hips off to the ceiling, finding your first bridge. Big inhale at the top. Exhale, close your ribs. Bone by bone, melt your spine all the way down. Tail will relax at the bottom before you scoop to lift right back up. Getting into the smile line of your cheeks right away. Keeping a nice hold to the ball, so those inner thighs, low abs are activated. Getting that midline again. Want the challenge, again, arms can reach to the ceiling. We've got about 3 or more. Opening through the front of your body. For 2. Next time your hips are lifted, let's keep them lifted and hold here. You tuck that tail even more. Find that pubic bone higher than your hip bones. Keep that. You're gonna exhale, palms down. Lower the arms towards the floor. Inhale, palms up, they lift. Exhale, arms lower. Inhale to lift. You're just focusing here. How much can you tuck your tail? Get those glutes working. Lengthen through the front of your hips. Maybe squeeze that ball a little more. Last 3 sets. Maybe you lift your hips just an inch higher. For 2. Last 1. Keep those arms lifted and hold. Pulse your hips up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Wrap those sits bones towards your inner thighs. As you lift your hips to the ceiling, can you add a squeeze to that ball to finish? You've got 10 more of these and then you're out of it. Everything working from back legs to inner legs to your low abs. Last 5, tuck that tail. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, melt that spine all the way down. Whew. Go ahead and rock your knees to the right here. Give yourself a little twist stretch. And then to the left. Awesome, awesome work. You're gonna keep the ball with you here. We're gonna flip onto your hands and knees, and then that ball is gonna go right back where it was, just a little closer towards your inner thighs. And you're gonna go ahead and find some cat-cows here for a second. Rounding your spine, look towards your belly. Reverse that in arms looking up towards the ceiling. Head roll or tail roll. Take what feels good for you. Once you're even both ways, go ahead and find that neutral spine. You're gonna tuck your toes underneath you. Make sure you've got a nice hold to that ball. Lift your knees an inch off to a hover and lower back down. They lift and lower. Just 4 more like that. Keeping a hold of the ball, inner thighs. 3, for 2. Keep your knees lifted on this next one. You're going to hold, abs in, lift out of your shoulders. Can you start to add little pulses into the ball? 10 of these. Yes, so good. Belly button in, working on that midline. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, sit back on your heels for a breath here in a child's pose. Relax your back. Last challenge here, ball stays where it is one more time. You're coming forward onto your forearms. We're gonna meet now for a plank. Make sure you've got that ball. Right toes behind, left toes meet. Find your first plank. Squeeze through those back legs and tuck your tail here. You're gonna lift out of those shoulders, start to rock your body forward and back from your feet and ankles. Forward and back. Just 10 more seconds. Drawing that belly button in. Squeeze that ball a little more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees. Sit yourself back. Woo. Both hands move to the right side of the mat. Give yourself a big breath into your left spine. You switch both hands to the left. Breathe into the right side of your waist. Awesome. We're gonna ditch the ball. We're done with it. Should be feeling nice and warm through the body here. You're gonna grab a hold of the towel now, and you're gonna come to standing. I'm gonna move this yoga mat forward a little bit, just so you guys can see me fully. Great. So to set up, we're gonna start with the towel underneath your left foot here. You're standing hip width apart. You're starting off simple squats. Bend both legs, sit your butt back, press into your heels, squeeze the smile line as you stand. Sit back in the chair and stand. So we are gonna enter a big lunge series, but always before we do that, I like to find the hinge up first with both hips, just to square yourself off here. Let's go for 3 more. Feel those glutes, those abs, we already warmed up. Awesome. On your next one, keep your butt down for me. You're sitting in that chair. You've got a nice neutral pelvis. Shift your weight over towards your right leg and reach that left leg long behind you. Meet me in a lunge. Your back heel is lifted. Your front knee is over your heel and ankle here. Reverse that, straighten your front leg. Bring that towel back in. Long back leg, push away. Find a lunge, bend through that front leg. Press into your front heel, you squeeze your right butt cheek. Very similar to what we do on the reformer. I wanted to really try and get into those glutes like we used to on the reformer, because I miss it. So these sliders are gonna work. It's almost even harder than the reformer because we don't have any springs or any tension to help us out, right? So it's all of us doing the work here. Let's go for about 3 more. Think right hip back, left hip forward. Lots of balance as well. If you ever need assistance, maybe standing next to a bed or a desk or a chair, just something next to you to help you out. The next time you're low, you're gonna stay low and hold here. Ribs in, find your scooter. Bend your back leg, bring the towel in, push right back out. You bend, push away. Right glute should be starting to really burn here. We're here for 5 long spines. For 3, you got it. 2, keep the back leg long and hold. Pulse down an inch, up an inch for 10, and then you're out of it. Maybe arms long if you're feeling really good. Woo, abs in, breathe. Lower and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that towel in with control. Tap out that right butt cheek. That is so good. Do what feels good for a second. Whew. Shake out anything you need to. And we're gonna go right away to the other side. Really nice. So I'm gonna turn, sitting up now with the towel underneath the right foot. And you're gonna start off again with your squats just to reset here. Bend both legs, stand tall. Being extra aware of your left leg now, since that's the one that's gonna be really working. 3 more. Noticing a connection here, ribs to hip bones. So there's a rectangle, a square action of your core. Waist stays long, core stays strong and stable. On the next one, stay low. Right leg reaches on behind you, back heel is lifted, you are in your lunge. Reverse that, straighten your front leg, bring the towel back in. Long back leg, you push away. Front knee over that heel and ankle. Press into your front heel, squeeze that left cheek, bring the towel back in. Body's like a lever, just hinging at the hip. Go for about 4 more at your own pace. Notice what your front knee is doing at the bottom. Is it dipping in? And instead, can you find it towards your second and third toe? Almost slightly out. That protects the alignment. It's also going to get into the side of that glute med a bit more. 2 more. These are killer for me, so good. Whew. On the next one, you're gonna stay nice and low and hold. Find your scooter, bend that back leg, push away. Front leg is stabilizing you. Abs pull in a little more. Sits bones are nice and wide. Stick your tails out. Breathe. Last 4, and then we pulse. For 3, 2, last one. Keep the leg long and hold. Pulse your hips down an inch, up an inch for 10. And then you are out of it. Little pulses, lower and lower. Maybe arms long. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Control to bring that towel in. Woo, tap out that left glute. Awesome work. All right, our last final challenge here. We're going to use the towel one more time. This time for a final plank challenge. I'm going to set it up this way. So you're going to set up for your plank. I recommend still staying on the sliding surface rather than the yoga mat for this one. We're going to try for some pikes here. So toes are going to stay on the towel. Let's reach arms to the ceiling, big inhale. Exhale to roll yourself down and walk your hands forward into your last and final plank. Now can you find a pike? Pike your hips to the ceiling, heels stay high. Bring the towel towards you and then lower your hips back down. If that's too much, maybe bend the knees towards your chest and then push the towel away. You either pike, low abs, lower your hips down, or you bend, low abs still work. Go for about 2 more sets, any variation that you're doing. I'm just gonna do a combo of both here, because this is so hard. Last set. And then let's just hold. 3 big breaths. Squeeze through your back legs, tuck that tail for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees open, last big child's pose. Whew. Awesome work, you guys. Let's do a little cool down stretch here. Towel can go off to the side. We'll take a little mermaid release. Right leg's in front, right arm reaches up and over. Big stretch into your side. So if you haven't noticed, through these videos, mat work can be a lot more challenging than the reformer, right? You don't have any tension, it's only you doing the work, so it's pretty killer. Coming out of that, you're gonna switch to the other side. Left leg in front, left arm up and over. And then let's just take a figure 4 to stretch out those glutes after those lunges. Right ankle over your left knee. Lean yourself forward, stick your tail out. Breathe into that right glute. And then you'll switch. And as you do these cool downs in these videos, just take a second to really be grateful for your body being able to move, especially during these times. And also thanking yourself for giving this time for yourself. Gently coming out of that. And that's it. You guys did awesome as usual. Any questions, of course, let me know. Don't hesitate to reach out. Hope you feel good, and I'll see you guys soon.